Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Najee from Cigar Talk, and today I got a very special guest, man. Seated to my left, hey, we talking R&B royalty in the building. I got my man, Tank.
Come on, man.
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Come on,
man. Thank you for coming, brother.
First of all,
cheers, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bel Air, the sponsor.
Come on, Bel Air.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Bel Air.
This is how you do it right here.
I love you.
You like the set, man? What you think?
The set is amazing.
Yeah.
It is amazing. That right there is my favorite rum.
Oh, you're the rum guy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
That's my favorite right there.
Bumble.
You throw. Matter of fact, you can drink that straight.
Oh, hold on. What you mix with though? Like, what's your mix of choice?
You don't do too much with that. Like me, I'm simple. I throw a little ginger ale in. I just need a
little spread, little,
and that's it.
I feel that.
And that's it. You don't want to mess up the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The chemistry is already good.
It's already there.
And it's got that hint of vanilla on it. It's just gonna make you feel like somebody.
Come
on now.
Island vibes, man. I'm about to take a trip, man.
Talk to me now.
Yo, Tank, man. I'm very excited you're here. R&B Money, bruh. Listen. I got a chance to listen to the joint today, really dive in.
Oh, you heard it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh, wow. You heard it by yourself?
Yeah, just me and my little speakers.
Okay,
yeah,
you got
dolo.
It works way better
if
you have somebody, you know.
Little company with you.
I mean, some soft feet.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I feel that.
You know?
But for the purposes of the interview, I gotta really see what's the, you know what I mean? What's the energy? Well, first, tell me about, because I think R&B Money is the name of your label.
Yep.
What does that mean to you? What does like R&B Money like mean to you?
I wanted to make a statement, right? And so I wanted to say, first, there's money in R&B music. I'm a living example of that. And if you do want a career in R&B music and you want to make money from it, then come to R&B Money. We got the blueprint. We got the formula.
I like that.
We have the people. The other side of that is we got pushed out because our music was too expensive.
What you mean?
Well, it just costs more to make.
Oh, R&B music?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why is that?
So not only the experience, but it took musicians, whether it be the keyboards, it'd be the drums, it'd be the strings, it'd be the horns, it'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think, R&B music at its height, when R&B producers were really doing it, like you take a Timbaland or you take a Rodney Jerkins, $150 before you get out the door. For the track.
Just for the track.
Just for the track. You know what I mean? And so when we got into this expensive space, and then R&B was more, what's the word? Curated in terms of its visual.
Yeah.
So when you R&B, you just can't throw any kind of clothes on. Like you gotta. Can I say bad words?
This is live, baby.
You gotta throw that shit on.
That's a fact.
When it's R&B, you gotta put that shit on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You always have to look the part. And so before you roll an R&B artist out, you're 500,000 to $1 million in the can before you've done anything in the hole. Right? But you take a hip hop artist, she can wear that. He can wear that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And just go.
The song they did in a basement.
Yeah.
No studio time. The track was $300, and they sold 1 million of them.
Yeah.
So they were $300 in the hole on the rap artists.
Right.
They were 500,000 in the hole on R&B artists. And so we had to take a back seat to the thing that was making more money.
Wow. Would you attribute that to why people say the genre has taken the back seat, I guess?
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Because, of course, I'm trying to inspire the new R&B artists, the singers, and the songwriters to continue to make expensive music. R&B Money.
Yep.
Right? But it also took a back seat because it takes longer to make. So rappers are doing 4, 5, 6 songs a night.
For real. Literally.
We stacking backgrounds. We trying to get the lead vocal right. We can't just sing it under indie conditions.
Yeah.
And we need our throat coat. We need tea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The voice right, the vocals right.
We need the vocal coach to come coach us. Like
Yeah.
It's so many different components when it comes to making R&B music. So it was hard for us to be competitive in terms of output. Some of us.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I'm one of a few. I'm a 100%er. I can do it myself.
When you say yourself, you mean what?
I can do it all myself.
Write
it, produce it,
write,
sing it.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Mix it. I can do it all myself.
Right.
So, but I'm rare in that space. I can walk into a record company and they say, well, how much you need? We're going to offer you this much. And I say, I don't need all that. Just give me that. Because I understand the business and why we suffer.
Yeah.
So my allure to these companies and why I'm able to do these deals is because I'm in the black first week.
Talk about that. I like that.
And so being able to understand the business of music, but also make expensive R&B music at the same time is the business that I gotta put the new R&B artists, songwriters, and producers on.
I love that. So when I guess you building out the label,
Yeah.
R&B Money, what is it that you look for, like in terms of R&B? Because I feel like today there's so many different styles of R&B, right? Like
Yeah.
you got the new wave, you got the like toxic R&B that they talk about now. What do you, just as the label head, like what are you looking for? What kind of piques your interest?
I'm looking for all of it in terms of the styles of R&B, but I'm invested more in the person, right? I'm looking for qualities in an artist, not necessarily if they're singing my style of R&B or R&B style that I consider, the R&B thing. I'm not limited in that. What I'm limited in is finding people who are going to work hard, because work will trump talent any day. We got a kid we're working with right now by the name of T-Rail, and he's a monster. His work ethic, I mean, with no major backing or anything, he's doing millions of views on TikTok. He's doing millions of views on YouTube, just on his hustle.
Damn.
Alone.
Where T-Rail from?
T-Rail from Kansas City.
Okay.
But but you can see he's a natural born hustler.
Yeah.
Music is easy. He just did a remake of Maybe I Deserve. He's like, bro, I need your blessing, man. You're gonna click cleared. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you the master track that I own, so we'll have no issues. Here you go. We'll chop the pub up later. Don't worry about that. Go get it.
Yeah.
Million views. His video has more views than my new video.
Damn.
Natural born hustler.
Right.
So when I'm looking for artists, I'm looking for people who are willing and ready and able to work, because that's the difference. Like, I'm still here because I would go places and I would do things that people wouldn't do. They're like, bro, you're a major artist. You don't have to be down here doing that. Yes, I do. Set up the luncheon.
Yeah.
Set up the meet and greet. Set up the radio interview. Set up the call-ins. Set up 4 or 5 days of promo.
Yeah.
Put me on the bus. Put me in the van. Put me in the SUV. Let's go get it. Let's act like nobody knows me. Let's act like they're seeing me for the first time. And that's how you keep it.
I love that, because I feel like now that, that sort of work ethic is lost a little bit. It feels like it doesn't feel the same, as yesteryear, I guess. But when we're talking about just the state of R&B, and like I know, Division, they put out their record, I forget the name of it, recently, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it caused this whole thing where everybody started talking about like, yo, toxic R&B, either we love it or we hate it. What's your stance just on that? Like just the genre of like toxic R&B. You fuck with it?
Well, let's speak to Division's record specifically, right?
Yeah, let's speak to that record.
In Division's case, he needed a noisemaker. He needed a record that says, hey, everybody, I'm here.
Yeah.
Check, holla at me.
Yeah.
Whether you like me or not, whether you like the song or not, I need you to have a conversation about me.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
And that's JD and Brian Michael Cox understanding not just the creative of music, but the business of music. And so what has had to happen for R&B, the reason this toxic thing is so prevalent is because we've needed to figure out a way to get into the social conversation, which thrives on toxicity.
Yeah. You're right about that. You're right.
Perfect.
Do you think that that's just the nature of where we're at as a society, or
Yes.
is it more so just like people
Yes.
making this type of music? Like you think
Society.
Society's just more toxic.
Yes. What gets the most views?
Yeah, the ratchet shit, the toxic
What gets
shit.
the most
Yeah.
interaction?
Yeah.
I I go down that world star rabbit hole every chance every chance I get.
Yeah.
I don't mean to.
Right.
Once I click on the first one, I gotta click on 40 more. It just happens.
Right. So how do you balance that though? Because I think, especially with artists that, like, we talking about legendary legacy artists, you're a part of that, right? And I think the thing I hate, like, at least for me, is like when I see people doing things that's like, if you chasing the young sound without it feeling authentic, it gets like, how do you balance that? Like both of those? Because you did it like you got the No Limit record, which was hard on the R&B Money tape, right? Like you did the Drip Too Hard. So I think that was a perfect example of doing it the right way without it feeling cheesy. How do you balance that?
I'm organically part of the wave. Right? When you're on the outside of something, it always, it's always gonna look weird. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to kind of force your way in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're not truly invited into that space,
Right.
And so I'm not just on the wave. I am part of creating the wave. So where these new guys kind of got this kind of trap R&B, like I had 808 drums and hats and all that stuff back in 2007.
Talk about it.
On a song called Please Don't Go. I had already been doing that.
Classic record.
You know what I'm saying? Like before Usher dropped Yeah, which was monstrous, I was like, man, there should be a Dirty South R&B collabo I got with Cash Money. And did that with Manny Fresh and Baby. I was already thinking that Usher's record was just way better than mine. Usher's record was just way better than mine. But I was already creating the wave. I was already pushing that agenda.
Yeah.
I work with Chris Brown, work with Trey Songz. I work with, I'm part of helping create and move the genre forward. So when you see me in these places, it's not strange, it's not unorganic. Like, you get it, you hear it, but I'm also very true to myself in that I understand what I can and can't do.
Right. That's important.
I understand what looks good on me. You know what I'm saying? I know how to look in the mirror and say, yeah, take that off. Nope, don't do that. That ain't it.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm very good at self-auditing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't mind criticism. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind, I got people around me that really tell me no.
And you take that well?
Oh,
like,
yeah,
when people
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't know it all.
Right.
Somebody save me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes save me from myself. You understand what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
so that helps me as well. Like I got, my manager Jay, he, when we were making this transition and going into this place where we were betting on ourselves, he was like, listen, we really got to step up the way we sing and the way we present ourselves. Like he said, you're a superstar. You know what I'm saying? And when you walk in the room, they got to look at you from head to toe and say, you're a superstar. I said, okay, what are we talking? He said, well, let's just go in your closet. And so we go in my closet. And he looks in my closet and he's like, he's just kind of looking around. He said, let's burn all of this. I said, what? Burn it?
Yeah, damn.
These are clothes I perform in. Like, you know what I'm saying?
My Sunday best right here.
I hit the club and some of this. Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Burn it?
Right.
And we have those tough conversations. Whereas I'm like, bro, that's not going to look good for you. It's not going to look good on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And being able to have that type of discernment keeps it from getting goofy.
I respect
So
that.
when you hear me saying, drip too hard, saying, you hear me doing it.
It didn't feel, that's the thing. It didn't feel
You
like
don't
a
feel
reach.
like
It felt
that. Because I'm not
good,
trying
yeah.
to do it like him.
Right. I
Like
agree.
I'm saying it as if I was talking to a woman, like you're gonna get yourself in trouble.
Right.
Like what he mean is something different.
Different.
he on the street.
Yeah.
I'm in the sheets.
Yeah, okay, that was a smooth line, nigga. You
Did
good
you
at
hear
this.
I put that together? I'm
That
nice
was
with
smooth,
this.
nigga. Yeah, you good. I like that, man. All right, so this R&B Money tape, they saying this your 10th and final album.
Final.
And I don't really know if I believe you. I don't really believe artists when they say the final thing, because it's always like, especially when you were, like I said, you're a pioneer in the genre, right? Like when we think of the R&B, your name gets brought up. And I don't know if people ever, like, anyone who's done it at such a high level ever, like, really leaves. I feel like there's a point where you be like, all all right, I feel like I'm done, and then like a couple years later you get that itch and come back? Like, what makes you say at this moment that you're done? Like, this is your final album?
Last great R&B label.
You asking me?
Asking you.
Great LaFace, I feel
Thank
like.
you.
LaFace?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
L.A. Reid,
Yeah.
Babyface, the Babyface.
The Babyface.
Why were they successful?
Just hits on hits. Hits on hits.
It's deeper. Dig deeper.
I'm trying to see. Cause when I'm thinking of LaFace, I'm thinking hits on hits. They writing records. It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
They did it.
What do you mean did it?
They were the gift. Before they were LaFace, they were Babyface
Right.
and L.A. Reid. They were the deal. They were it. The experience of being a thing is completely different than knowing a thing, seeing a thing.
That's deep.
They were it. Babyface could tell you from firsthand experience what it's like to be on that stage under those lights. L.A. Reid could tell you from firsthand experience what it's like to be on that stage under those lights.
Yeah.
They could tell you from experience, if we move these lyrics around just a little bit, if we shift this bass line, if we just add this snare, firsthand experience, how it works. The success in a space talks more than anything. A guy who's won a Super Bowl, talking about football,
You gonna
I
listen.
want to listen to him.
That's a fact.
I want to hear what he got to say. Michael Jordan, talking about basketball, give that man a team.
Right.
I want to listen to him. Tank, Jay Valentine, R&B Money label, we want to sign to them because they do R&B.
Yeah.
People putting the money up, Atlantic, Motown, they know what they're doing. Green light that. And that's how we're going to be able to curate the space where R&B artists have a place to go. Because now it's all a crap shot. There's no true R&B label. These labels do everything. We do R&B. We're going to help you do R&B, and we're going to help you get R&B money.
I like that.
So a true gatekeeper is what it's needed in our space. Because a lawyer can't do it. A person who went to college for communications can't do it.
Right.
Because they don't know the nuances. They don't know, hey, just listen. Just give it 4 more weeks. I promise you it's going to connect. You know what? Let's get to the 3rd single. We got something here. If you're just a business mind and you don't understand music, you would have never gotten to D'Angelo's Untitled.
Yeah.
You would have thought you lost the project.
Right.
You'd have thought the money you spent it's over. It's a wrap. It's a wash. We can't recreate the lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, this 3rd single comes out. This man is halfway butt naked in the video.
That was crazy. I remember when that came out. All the girls was going
He
crazy.
done got his abs right. He's not chubby no more.
He had the oil on.
He got the
nigga,
oil on. Listen, my girlfriend at the time is sitting next to me. He comes on. She's like, I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah. What'd you say?
Can I help you? Can I help you with something?
Right.
His 3rd single.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Somebody with a music mind said, hey, let's get to that.
Yeah, man.
I have to be in that space right now while my name means something,
Right.
while my phone calls are being answered, while the promoters are still picking up, while the venues are still picking up, while the labels are still picking up in order to do something impactful.
I love that. I love that. Tell me about another record I want to talk about. It probably might be my favorite on there, the Morning record. You and Vito. That one is. I hit my girl after that, like, yo, babe, I got a record to play you when I get to the crib. Boy, listen. Woo! That one. Because I just want to know, like, what's your process? Like, when you're in the studio and you're like, all right, I'm about to create a project, I'm about to make this album, and you're making records like this, like, what is your process? Like, where's your mind frame when you're about to start creating?
You know, with this one, it was a very different process for me because, you know, I lost my hearing in the middle of it. So I was kind of interrupted by that and everything that I went through with that. So this was a different kind of process with me. I'm able to lock into a title. I'm able to lock into, the textures and the sonics that I know. Like when I record an album, if you see, like say for this album, if you see 17 songs on this album, I might have recorded 20. Like once I have a theme, I lock in and I'll turn down great, amazing things just because they don't go with the theme.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a body of work kind of guy. So once I locked in on R&B Money, I was on my way somewhere. It got interrupted. And then I had to find my rhythm again and get back into the R&B Money space. And so for me, what R&B Money represents is just all things I do well. And when you say Tank, you automatically think sex, love, and pain.
Yep.
And so what you're hearing on this album is sex, love, and pain. But another thing I do well, which they don't give me credit for, is I turn the fuck up. All the way up.
Yeah.
And so that's where you get that energy on the back end of the album.
Right.
Where I'm just like, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
We're going to go crazy. I don't smoke no weed, but I do drink a little Bel-Air.
You
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I like that. But that's interesting you said that because I did read that like when you lost your hearing, I mean, as an artist, your ear is the most important thing, right? Like I would say damn near more important than your actual voice, right? And to be able to hear that. What was that like for you, like I guess going through that and having to process that, like, as an artist and dealing with that?
Rough. Probably one of the toughest challenges of my life. Because like you said, your ears, like hearing is, I pride myself on hearing.
Yeah.
Pride myself on being able to really just hear things differently.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Hear things better than everybody else, or hear things first before anybody else.
Right.
And now I'm half hearing.
Yeah.
So it's no longer stereo. You know what I mean? And it's an overload because now one ear, one side of my brain has to do all the work. So it was very off balance for a minute.
Yeah.
The medication didn't help because the medication is designed to depress you. The medication is designed to destroy your muscle tone, and make you hungry, right? So you see me with chronic reflux already on medication for that, and now I'm overeating because I can't stop eating. The medicine won't let me stop eating. So I'm sitting on my bed and my stomach is out to here, and I have to sit up to sleep. Because if I lay down, everything will come up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So along with already being depressed, trying to figure out if my hearing is going to come back and why I have vertigo, now I have medicine that helps me be depressed. That kills my drive. So I don't want to work out. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and for the first time in my life, I was down completely. I was down spiritually, mentally, and physically.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life.
Right.
Sometimes you have one or the other, or maybe two, not all three. And, for lack of a better term, I had to fight for my life. And I needed help doing that. And so, I was able to grab the right people to help me, fight my way back.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, that's important, man, because a lot of people are dealing with different things and struggles and
Don't
know how to get out. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm very internal with my struggles because, I just feel like as a man, you got to figure it out. You just got to figure it the fuck out. But I need help. And so, I with the help of my team, who, not just team, but, they're family members. They helped me get through it, man, and they pushed me and said, come on, man, let's go. And I'm an ultimate competitor, right? You got to kill me to beat me. So the fact that none of this killed me, that's where you fucked up. You should have killed me. Because now I'm really a monster.
Yeah.
Now I'm chasing things with a different type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Well, I want a different type of result. Now I'm thinking bigger. Because you've attacked me now.
Yeah.
So now I'm fighting back. on a whole different level.
I love that. I love that. That's super super insightful actually for the listeners going through certain things.
Yes, sir.
I want to shift back to the spectrum of R&B, the scope of where we are. I feel like House is making like a resurgence, man. Like just between like Drake doing what he's doing, Beyonce album. I listened to Meg album recently. It got like a couple house vibes on there. I feel like in the 90s, like growing up, because I'm 33, right? So it's like I'm that millennial where I still fuck with the new wave shit, but I'm old enough to appreciate know what I mean? So I remember House in the 90s when there was like a thing, like it was cool. Mm-hmm. And now that they're bringing it back, like, I don't know, do you feel like, is it a thing? Do you like it? Do you like the house kind of wave? Is that something that takes fucks with?
I was raised in the DMV, so Baltimore House is just in my system. It's part of my system. One of my best friends, MK, is one of the biggest house DJs in the world. We were just over in Ibiza going crazy.
Oh, damn.
To house music.
Right.
Like, I've been there.
Been there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they might not accept me doing a house song or like, what is Tank doing?
That's what I was saying. Would you do like a song like that?
I've been there. I may dabble.
Something coming, R&B Money.
Listen, man. I may dabble. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I've been there. I grew up on that. You know what I mean? I've been to house clubs. You know what I'm saying? I've been in those spaces where it's, and people don't realize that it's heavily dependent on an R&B vocal, a soul vocal.
Yeah.
Like that's part of the construct of house music.
Right.
So Beyonce tapping in the way she did, it's organic. It's perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Drake dabbling into it, his felt more EDM, more worldly.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? But that's only because of the texture of his vocal.
Cause he's not a real singer.
He's not a real singer. So he's dope at melody.
Yes.
But he still has to keep it simple. It's not as soulful. So it's not as impactful in that space. But Beyonce, yeesh.
I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm a rap head though, like rap and R&B. But when I heard that, you never break my soul, I was like, oh shit, this is hard.
I was like, she's out of control,
man.
And for me, I always go to the show.
Oh, okay.
My mind goes straight to, how is this gonna look on stage?
Right.
And I can only imagine.
That's how you visualize records?
Yes.
Like you think, like when you hear a record, like what does the stage part of it look like?
What's the setting?
Yeah.
And I can see Beyonce putting on a show with that song.
Amazing.
I mean, I can see she got dancers voguing. She got.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm from New York, Jamaica, Queens, so when that come on, you're not supposed to be, but I be in there like, I like that record, yo. I like that record.
You gotta come outside yourself.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all hold on, homies. 1 second, let me get to this.
I need 5 minutes, B. You know what I mean? I like that record. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope.
I thought it was something super interesting. I saw this a while ago where you were talking about, they said, I think you did a show, and I don't know if there was like gay people in the front or LGBTs in the front, and I heard you talk about it where you were like saying something like, yo, it doesn't matter who I'm performing for. And actually one of the girls from Bel Air, she wanted me to ask this so bad. I forget her name, Julia in the back. But I thought that was so dope. It's just like just the idea, because one is, you're an R&B artist. A lot of the things you're singing about are sexual, or, things of that nature. When you R&B, you got to put on in the shows. So when you're seeing that, maybe somebody, just LGBTs, or maybe that's not the way you identify, whatever. But when you're performing that, how does that have an effect just on like the way you're performing, if at all? Like,
so let me really paint the scene for you.
Yeah, tell me the scene, because they wanted me to ask. This is a question they asked me to ask you.
Let me paint the picture for you.
Yeah.
It's not any LG. It's nobody in the front.
Okay.
I'm performing at Gay Pride.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah.
This is Gay Pride in DC.
Yeah.
Huge. Mm-hmm. And my guy Brian, he used to manage Fantasia and does a bunch of stuff. Who's a friend of mine, gay man as well. Mm-hmm. And he called me and said, "Man, would you ever do Pride?" I said, "How much they got?"
Right.
He said, "I mean, they got this many." I said, "I'm on the way."
Right.
And so when I get there,
was that your first one? Was that your first like Pride event?
They never asked me.
Okay.
My first Pride event.
Yeah.
to me, my first pride event. So when I get there, then I'll try to keep the short story. When I get there, you know, I see Brian and we go to the back and we're in the, just kind of green room, just getting ready. He's like, you're not getting ready to take your shirt off in here, is you? I said, you called me.
Right.
I'm going to do what I do.
Yeah.
He said, oh, Lord. I said, you called me, man.
Yeah.
If you didn't want me to do what I do, you shouldn't have called me. So we get out there, music comes on, I come out on stage, I'm singing my music, my first song, I'm performing to them, doing the whole thing. This is a sea full of men performing. And first song goes down, and they're like, yeah, that was good, yeah.
Right.
I'm like, don't do that to me. Don't try to maintain some type of manly composure in here. If you don't turn up the way I know you want to turn up and stop playing with me, I came to see you. And they said, oh my God, he is here. And from there,
it went crazy.
It went crazy.
Yeah, that is funny.
And I just, I do what I do. I don't care who's in the audience. When my name went on the flyer, that many people showed up to see me.
Yeah.
Those are my fans. Those are people helping me feed my family. I don't care about their sexual orientation. That has nothing to do with me. Live your life. Enjoy your life.
Right.
Whatever that is. But while I'm on this stage, I'm going to say thank you the best way I know how, by giving you everything I got.
I love that.
And I didn't know at the time that I was the first straight male artist, major recording artist, to perform at a gay pride, period. And because I didn't know what the big deal was. I didn't know what all the conversation was about. I was like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
It was like, what kind of statement were you trying to make? I was like, I wasn't trying to make a statement. I was trying to get paid. What are y'all talking about?
All right.
But it's another booking.
Because, well, so, you know, especially, and I say in particular the black community especially, right? Like there's this sort of like, I feel like people refer to it as toxic masculinity, but like there's like this masculinity thing that comes with the culture, right? Where it's just like, all right, cool. You know, if you're performing records that, I guess when I hear it, it sounds like you're talking about a woman, right? And then you're performing it and there's like gay men in the audience. That doesn't make you change anything at all. Like you still perform it the same way.
No, music still means the same to me.
I love
it
that.
can mean something different for whoever else. Music still means the same to me.
I love that.
So, no, shirt came off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Appreciate me.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the thing. Like, if you want to be appreciated, then you have to be willing to allow all things to appreciate you. Right? I don't get mad if a gay man says something or tries to hit on me. I'm just very clear about, hey, thank you so much. That's not my thing though. And that's it.
Yeah.
It's not a fight. Who you talking to?
Right, man. Extra thug.
I don't have to overcompensate.
For sure.
I'm good. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Because I desire to be sexy to everybody and everything. I desire to be attractive to everybody and everything. I'm just not going to dibble and dabble in everything.
Right.
I've made my choice.
Yeah.
But I'm not. That doesn't offend me. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not. I get it. I understand it more so than people are willing to.
Yeah.
I understand humanity. Those are human beings that just live differently than me.
For sure.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And as soon as we can say there's nothing wrong with that, then we'll be better as a society. But everybody wants to be right because they want somebody to be wrong, right? That's not always the case. There's not a right and wrong in this. There's just different. There's you and there's me.
Right. I love that. That's super dope. That was a really dope story, man. Another thing I wanted to ask you about verses, man.
Yeah.
First, well, there's two parts to the verses because I want to know who you could go against. But I saw you you came out for the Omarion.
Yeah.
Mario's trying to give you a little smoke, a little riff real quick. He tried to give you a little riff on it real quick. How you felt about it? He tried to give you was like, all right, this not my verses, But you know what I mean? I'm gonna let you
He
live.
tried it and he knows better.
Yeah. Do you think?
But-
Because I'm not gonna lie. I thought because if we're just thinking about culture, Mario got hits. Be clear. But I was thinking Omarion, like, got so many of them ones.
Just wasn't structured right.
It wasn't structured right.
Just didn't deliver them the
Yeah.
right way. Of course, Omarion has more records.
Yeah.
And of course, Mario's the better singer.
Yes.
We already knew that.
We knew that.
Omarion's the performer, Mario's the singer. For whoever you could pick, you know, a lot of people picked Mario as a singer. He sounded great. Mario always sounds great.
Yeah.
He's a great singer. So that wasn't a mystery to me. Him running up to the stage and trying to have a moment with me, I was like, bro, I'm not here to do verses. I'm here to celebrate a song I wrote and produced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when he didn't land it, I was like, you ain't even do it. Like,
Yeah. He tried to riff you. He tried to out riff you real quick.
I was like, you didn't even land it. Like,
Yeah.
and the crowd started screaming. I'm like, y'all don't even know. He didn't land it. Like, and I'm like, do I go at him?
Yeah.
Or do I just let the kid have his moment?
Right.
It doesn't affect me one way or another.
Sure.
It's not my verses. It's not my moment. They
You-
didn't,
would
they,
you-
they didn't pay me to get up here and compete with you guys.
And that's a fact. Would
So-
you entertain that smoke though? Because I don't know if it was just directed to you, but Mario was in a different form that night. I never really.
No,
I
they
don't-
were
I don't know
in
him.
a competitive space.
Oh, so you just
Right.
that energy was.
So
just,
that energy just
Yeah.
carried over
Yeah.
to when I came on stage.
Right.
I have nothing but love for Mario. I have absolutely nothing against Mario. I think Mario's super, super dope. I've told him that to his face.
For sure.
And I don't think he has anything against me. I just think it was.
I agree.
It was the
It
moment.
was in the moment, yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
It was like, let me challenge.
He was on red form.
Let me challenge the big dog. I'm challenging everybody else. Let me challenge the OG.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey man, be careful, brother.
Right.
You know what
You
kind
gave
of
that
monster I
energy
am.
too. He was like, this ain't my night, but
This ain't
you
my
know.
night. But
Don't get it fucked up.
If they pay me for smoke,
Yeah.
I will. But again, I don't get no points for that.
Nah, for sure. That makes sense. All right, so because I love verses, man.
I love it too.
Celebration of the culture. I
love it
love
too.
the competitive energy.
I love it too.
love verses. So, all right, the two I had in my head, I mean, because it's TGT, is either Tyrese or Genuine to me.
Or all
that
three.
feel like, or all three? A three-way? Woo. Oh, so you thought about this, a three-way. Oh, you thought about a
The
three-way.
talks have been.
Talks have been,
talking.
a Tyrese Genuine tank battle?
That's the only way it will work as a celebration.
Yes, as a celebration.
You know what I'm saying? Because I trumped them because I've written for both of them. Like, yeah, I've had to help you out at some point. So
Right.
here's a song that. You know,
This you All right, hold on. How about Avant though? You feel like Avant got some joints, man.
Avant has amazing records.
That's what I'm
We
saying.
will never shortchange Avant.
Y'all both got amazing records.
I
That's
just
what I'm
have
saying. That's one of the ones that I'm like,
I have
I'm not sure.
so many.
Yeah. Are you ready? Like you already like
You forget. It's not just my records.
it's records you wrote.
It's records I wrote and produced since 2000.
Mm.
You start dialing up Dave Hollister. You start dialing up Aaliyah. You start dialing up Fantasia. You start dialing up Omarion. You start dialing up Marcus Houston. You start dialing up Kelly Rowland. You start dialing up Jennifer Hudson. You start dialing up John B. You start dialing up.
Catalog long.
The dial-up is stupid.
It's crazy. Damn. All right, hold up. Tell me about, was it One in a Million? Did you do the Aaliyah One in a Million?
I wasn't on an album. I was on the Aaliyah album.
Was it like you're writing, you're in the studio with her? Like, what's the setup when you giving these people records? Like Aaliyah in particular.
For Aaliyah in particular, Aaliyah called me and said, Tank, I need this kind of record. This is what I'm on. I am a different kind of woman. I'm not the little girl that they grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm aggressive. You know, I want to wear my womanhood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she said, just, you know, paint those pictures. You know what I'm saying? She was filming Queen of the Damned at the time.
Okay.
She's like, just, you know, paint these pictures, like, you know, just even through the conversations we've had and what you know about me, like, talk the talk. You know what I'm saying? I am a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I need to be in spaces or in conversation or even in subject matter that they're going to be like, what?
Right.
Aaliyah?
Right.
And so when she says, I'm like, I got you. Butter plays this track, and I'm like, oh my God. Boom, 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 boom. I was like this, oh my God.
Right.
And I said, let's make her dark. Let's make her dark, and let's make her love it. So the song is, I can be the other woman in your life. I can be the other reason you're out at night. Like, I can be on the side.
Yeah.
And that'll be all right.
That's amazing energy.
Aaliyah saying that she's okay playing the position
Right.
of the side piece,
Right.
but with swag, with that shit on it.
Yeah.
Like, think of what that performance
That's
would have
crazy.
been.
That's crazy.
What the lighting show, what the styling would have been, the dances would have been.
Yeah.
Boom, bam, bam.
Yeah.
Oh my
Especially
God.
around Queen of the Damned. She already had the dark.
Bringing
She already had
that imagery.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When it just came to life on
Yeah.
stage, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's, so I was able to tailor make something for her on demand. And I got 2 records out of it. And I think, for me, like, I got a lot of dope placements, but
Is that hard for you to
Aaliyah
put
calling
yourself
me
in
and
a-
saying,
Is it hard to put yourself in a position like where you gotta write from a perspective that's not yours? Like you writing, I'm gonna write from a woman's perspective that's this. Like, how, is that hard? Like putting yourself in different mental positions to really channel that energy?
I'm a true tailor, right? And so for me, it's like, I take measurements very well. You know what I mean? So when you walk in, there's not a record ready for you.
Yeah.
It's not a beat ready for you. I got to take measurements first. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk. We got to go somewhere and hang out. We got to grab some food. Like, what's going on in your life right now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting down with K. Michelle, and I'm like, what's happening right now? What's on your mind? Like,
Yeah.
what are you going through right now on your phone? No, because I'm trying to tell him that he needs to, and this motherfucker, oh, but you got the right one today. I said, ooh. You've got the right one.
Right.
I was a blast on Twitter, and I'm a blast back. Which I was her suit. I said,
Right.
oh my God.
That's hard.
And we tailored that, and it didn't become a single, right? Which I was mad at, but every time she sang that song in concert, they go
Go
up.
crazy.
They go crazy. So it would be hard if I was guessing,
Yeah.
but I'm not guessing.
That makes sense.
I'm taking measurements and I'm tailoring.
I love that. Okay. Just a few more questions before we wrap up. What was the most memorable? Because again, like I said, the catalog is insane. If you had to narrow it down, like if you had to put it to where the most memorable studio session that Tank has been through, one of those ones where you like, I'll tell you quickly. Like for me, I work at Sony outside of this, right? So I sign a bunch of artists, I do a bunch of different things, and I'm from Queens. You know what I mean? So one day I had a dinner with Nas. Nas came, it was Mass Appeal, we did a deal, and I sat down with Nas, and I had this guy's poster on my wall growing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had the Illmatic shit on my wall, and I got to ask him everything I ever wanted to know. And it was just like, when I left, I'm like, oh shit, did this just happen? Like, what? What was that moment for you where it was like, it's one of them moments that you're just not gonna forget, like, this was a legendary moment for me?
Wow. I always think back to, I want to give a couple. I don't
Yeah,
wanna just
give me a couple. We need at least 2. We need 2.
I walk in the studio one day and I'm new, I'm not out yet. I'm just recording my album, and Aaliyah's up the street recording her album. And we was like, let's go check on Baby Girl. She right up the street. Like, okay, cool, we're gonna go through there. So we go to the studio and we walk in, and as soon as she sees me, she says, Tank can do it. And Jonte Austin was like, Tank can do it. And I was like, what can Tank do?
Right.
Right? And she said, get in the booth. I was like, okay. And Ain't no high, no nothing. You know,
Wow.
you want some food or
It was just straight Tank could do it.
straight in the booth.
Damn.
And that's where you got oh, oh, oh,
Oh my God.
oh, and
Damn.
and no words, just holes
Wow.
or halls, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of my most legendary vocals.
That is what?
Like it
Everybody, my mom know that.
it got to the point to where it became a feature. It's like
Right.
Aaliyah featuring Tank
Right.
doing
Right.
O's, right?
Right.
It's just, you know, and that was like, at the time, I'm just, you know, I'm just answering the call, but it's like Aaliyah's telling me, get in the booth and sing on my song. No questions asked. You're capable of that.
Yeah. Damn.
Like
That's
you talk
amazing.
about a battery in my
That's
back.
crazy. Yeah, right? What?
Nigga, Leah told me get in the booth
Shit different.
because she know a nigga real with it.
Man.
You understand what I'm saying? And I went in there, tore it down. She loved me.
My God.
You know what I'm saying?
If Aaliyah would have told me something like that, I'm popping out, no shirt, chest oiled up. Child need. I'm coming outside like, what? Oh, that's crazy. All right, give me the second one. Give me the second one.
I'm gonna give you a second one.
Yeah, give me
The
the second
second one was getting a call from Jamie Foxx and him saying, I need you, bro. I'm in Miami. I'm shooting this movie, Miami Vice. I can't finish this album without you. I fly down to Miami, and I help him finish the Unpredictable album. And I'm just there, like, for whatever he needs. He's like, I want to do everything how you would do it. Show me the shit.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Walk you through, no, do it like that. No, like this. And it was easy because me and Jamie kind of mirror each other in terms of our musical gift. Both piano, both church,
Yep.
both kind of singing the same tone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I may be a little heavier than him in certain spaces, but it was easy for me to give him that magic and that formula because it was already natural to him. It was just my imagination was a little different. And so I was able to put him in spaces and take him down streets that he wouldn't normally go down.
Right.
And I'm broke at the time. And Jamie was, you know, loaning me money so I could stay afloat.
Yep.
You know, and I was just hanging out getting work done. And then Jamie's album came out and did over 600,000 records the first week.
That album was crazy.
And I said, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah.
You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
I'm back. And then probably third would be, I started working with this kid named Chris Brown. He was 15 years
You
old.
was at 14? Hold up, so you was around for the Yo era. This is
The beginning,
Oh,
the very
my
beginning,
God.
very beginning. And I'm looking at him like, man, can you dance? He's like, yeah, I can dance, nigga. I was like, let me see.
Right. Nigga started crumping?
No, he pops on the tape
Yeah.
of him dancing. I was like, huh,
Right.
you can dance.
Wow.
Now we just got to get you to some music. So get him the music, doing all of that. And I used to watch him and Omarion battle, dance battle. Omarion was always edgy mouth. And CB was like, shit,
Right.
show me that. Oh, it's amazing. Do that again? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? I watch him do it. And there was a Scream tour that Chris Brown was opening on.
Yep.
And I watched Chris Brown go from the kid asking Omarion how to do those moves to serving Omarion on his own tour. Because somebody told him he was big. And so all of his moves got big.
Yeah.
He was mean.
Yeah.
He went on stage smiling.
Right.
He was in all black fatigues. It was nasty.
oh,
It was
my God.
nasty. Come into the second album. We're working again.
Oh, so you worked the first album? You was-
This is when it starts getting legendary.
Okay.
And Chris Brown comes to me and says, I got this song, bro, think it started out, I got this song, bro. I've been working on, you know what I'm saying? I kind of pattern it after Sex, Love, and Pain, you know what I'm saying? But I want you, I want you on it. Like, I did it already, but I'm gonna you just tell me, like, if you want to change anything, you can change whatever you want. And just, but I need you on it.
Yeah.
And he played this record called Take My Time. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening. And I'm like, he don't need me no more.
Wow.
He's absorbed everything.
Wow.
And I just looked at him, I was like, turn the mic on.
Damn, so you watched Chris, like you watched the whole, like...
I watched him grow into a Super Saiyan. I watched him do it.
Wow.
And at every turn, I was like, you're different. I was like, you have no idea how important you are. You are different. We were just together the other night in Tampa. Me and Lulu flew out there.
I was just in Tampa. I just got back. I was just in
we
Tampa.
flew out there for the show.
Okay.
Because I got to catch one because I'm moving, he's moving, and to watch this kid go out there on that stage in what felt like 120-degree weather and go absolutely crazy. From dancing to singing to entertaining to and hearing 10,000+ people scream like deafening.
Crazy.
Come backstage, he got even more energy.
Right. He doing the VIP hugs and
he's going to the VIP to do the meet and greets.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's just out of control at the meet and greets, turning up with his fans. Like,
that's amazing.
And then cut to after party, his energy's in there. I'm like, bro, you are different.
Right. Damn, that's fire. That's dope. I love that.
And it's like, I think, just watching him grow into that and being in those sessions was legendary because I'll be able to say I was there when they start talking about, the legend of Chris Brown, which these kids will absolutely carry on for the rest of their lives. And but y'all ain't see Chris Brown. I was there. I watched that kid grow into this monster.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you for that, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's fire. Just lastly, brother, I want to talk about your podcast, man.
Come on, man, let's talk about it.
I ain't even gonna lie, I'm kind of mad at y'all artists, though, man. I'm mad at y'all because artists now have started coming into the podcast wave, and I can't go into the artist wave. Like, I can't, you know what I'm saying?
That is your fault.
You know what I'm saying? You lucky I can't sing, Tank. I swear to God, I'm coming for you if I can sing for real, bruh.
You know what? It's like I said earlier, it's like, how do you respect a music conversation from somebody who doesn't do music? Like, to what level do you respect it?
Yeah.
And so when it came to R&B, we have no space where anybody is talking R&B. We got platforms that invite R&B artists in, but there's no R&B space. We do R&B. That's all we do.
Yeah.
We talk about the R&B music and the effect of R&B music. And I said, who better to have that conversation than us? This is what we do. Yeah. At a high level. We got Pink Sweats on the phone, and then we got Keith Sweat on the other phone.
I love Pink Sweats.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, we can have all of those conversations.
Yeah.
We got Ray Parker Jr. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
People don't know who Ray Parker Jr. is. People don't know how important Ray Parker Jr. is.
That's a fact.
But we're going to tell him. We're going to let him tell his stories about letting Ray Charles drive. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
No, letting Stevie Wonder drive. Like, what?
Right. That's great.
Are you kidding
me? Did y'all
me?
hear what he just said, man? Stevie Wonder driving.
Driving. So it's like, it's so important for us to have the R&B conversation because as we continue to build out the R&B spaces, we just need more of them. Hip hop has so many spaces. Yeah. To where it's hard for R&B to keep up. We don't have enough platforms. And so the idea of us building that was to give us another platform, but an authentic space to where when these R&B guys and girls come on there, they feel comfortable having that conversation with us because we know where they're coming from. Yeah. We get it.
Absolutely.
And the comfort level is just different.
I love it, man. You got Bel Air in your podcast. Shout out Bel
Listen,
Air.
man,
You know
shout
what
out
I'm saying?
Bel Air.
Shout out Bel Air.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot going on, baby.
It's a whole lot of money.
It is what,
you know?
you right about that. You right about that, man. But lastly, what do we do as culture to continue to push the R&B genre forward? Like I said, I feel like it's taken a lot of turns in the last 10, 15 years. What do we as culture do to continue to make sure that this thing called R&B that we love continues to flourish the right way?
Buy it. Buy it. When the concert comes in town, go. Because what you have to realize is that the infrastructures, most musical infrastructures aren't owned by musicians or musical people. They're owned by big businessmen.
Yeah.
They're owned by conglomerates. They're owned by people who only understand bottom line. And if you don't help us with the bottom line, they're not going to invest in it. And that's it.
Yeah.
We can be as creative as we want to be. We can be as R&B, as throwback R&B, or as new school R&B as we want to be.
Yeah.
If they don't invest, if you guys don't help us with the bottom line, they won't invest.
You like Brent Faiyaz?
Of course.
All right, cool. I shout out to Brent Faiyaz. I just love Brent Faiyaz. I think he's so hard.
Come on now.
I just wanted to shout him out. That wasn't even a question.
Shout out to Brent Faiyaz. I like
too.
all the new Lucky Day. I like all the new
Lucky Day hard
cats.
too. Yeah, Lucky Day hard. Yeah.
I study all them young fellas. Let me see
all
what they
right.
doing. Okay, so you wearing an afro. Is that what we doing? You throwing your clothes back
Right.
to you. Okay, I see what you're on.
Yeah.
I see what you're on.
You're right.
And I learned from the youngest. I snatched little pieces from the youngest. I listen to what my daughter's listening to.
Right. Who's she listening to?
You'd be surprised who my daughter's listening to.
Give me one.
I'm gonna give you the major one. She's listening to Tyler the Creator.
Ooh, man. He got a large fan base too. Obsessed Tyler the Creator?
Tyler the Creator. I need to go to the golf shop.
Get the merch, Dad.
I need the merch, Dad. I need to meet him.
Yeah.
I need the unlimited release.
All right.
Tyler the Creator, if you're watching, if you somehow see this, my daughter wants to meet you, her and her friends. Please, just, when you're in LA, we'll drop by the golf store.
Yeah.
I know people that know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to just pull up. I'd love your blessing.
Yeah.
So
man,
my
shout
daughter
out to Tyler. I know Clancy's seen a couple episodes, so maybe we just could, you know what I mean?
Come
maybe
on
we
now.
put something together, man.
Come on, we do something together, man. And so my daughter listened, and so it made me listen to Tyler Creator. And I was like, ooh, he's really musical.
Yeah.
He's really eclectic and old school musical.
Yeah.
Like he's in a, what kind of bag do you call that?
I don't know what to call it.
He's in a, I know it because I'm looking at the keyboard that I'm trying to describe it, the sound with. It's the keyboard with all of the filters and adjustments on it.
Oh, the little knobs on
Moogs.
the,
He's in Moog world. Where it's like, maybe those sounds are on some, on some virtual instrument. Maybe they are, but it feels like they're in the studio with a bunch of different instruments creating these original sounds. Really, really digging into the fabric of just old school music and modernizing it in such a really dope way. It was really fascinating to listen to because I was a fan of his business acumen.
Yes.
I loved the way he did everything. But I hadn't dove all the way into his music, and so my daughter made me do that. And I was like, yeah, he's a monster.
He is a monster.
He's dope.
Damn, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Tyler the Creator. Shout out to Tank for pulling up.
Oh, come on,
amazing
man.
episode of Cigar Talk. This was a very dope one. I hope you got some gems. Shout out to the sponsor, Bel Air. We out of here.